ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अन्तर्यश्च बहिर्विदूततिमिरं ज्योतिर्मयं शाश्वतं स्थानं प्राप्य विराजते विनमतामज्ञानमन्मूलयन् पश्यन् विश्वमपीदमुल्लसति यो विश्वस्य पारे परः तस्मै श्रीरमणाय लोकगुरवे शोकस्य हन्त्रे नमः। ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीरमणाय। So I will chant from the beginning. You can also repeat. सत्प्रत्यया किन्नु विहाय सन्तं हृद्येष चिन्ता रहितो हृदाख्यः कथं स्मरामस्तममेयमेकं तस्य स्मृतिः तत्र दृढैव निष्ठा मृत्युञ्जयं मृत्युभियाश्रितानाम् अहं मतिर्मृत्युमुपैति पूर्वम् अतः स्वभावात् अमृतेषु तेषु कथं पुनर्मृत्युधियोऽवकाशः सर्वैर्निदानां जगतो महश्च वाच्यः प्रभुः कश्चिदपारशक्तिः चित्रे त्रैलोक्यं च विलोकिता च पटः प्रकाशोऽभ्यभवत् स एकः। ಓ ಇದು ಹೇಳಿಲ್ವಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸತಿ. ಸರ್ವೈರ್ನಿದಾನಾಂ ಜಗತೋ ಮಹಶ್ಚ ವಾಚ್ಯಃ ಪ್ರಭುಃ ಕಶ್ಚಿದಪಾರಶಕ್ತಿಃ ಚಿತ್ರೇ ತ್ರೈಲೋಕ್ಯಂ ಚ ವಿಲೋಕಿತಾ ಚ पटः प्रकाशोऽभ्यभवत् स एकः। So with the first and second Mangala Shloka, now Ramana Maharshi enters the topic. He discusses Saddarshanam. Then what is the first and two, if you ask? That is also Saddarshanam. It will continue. In 40 verses, the truth is being expounded. In Mangala Shloka also same, after that also same. So in different ways, he brings out what is the reality. In the first Shloka, he brought the importance of existence, which is pervasive. Without the existence, none of the objects, Sat and Chit, cannot be there. Sat and Chit cannot be there means what? Sat and Chit is always there. Upon that, all the superimpositions, objects, people, everything bubbles around. In the second example, or in the second Mangala Shloka, he said, the very fact that I want to save myself from the mrityu is causing mrityu. The very fact that I want to save myself from mrityu, how do I save myself? By being a bhakta, is causing actually a shighra mrityu. That he says, avoid, never be, don't statement. Never be wanted to be called as a bhakta, because your swarupa is amrita swarupa, amruteshu teshu. Where is the reason to become mortal? Katham swabhavaha, when you yourself are immortal. That is how he ended. From now on, the actual teaching starts text wise. In the previous class, that is yesterday, we said that division is creating mortality. That triad division, Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara. And knowing this division is called as Mithyatva Nischaya. I am continuing from the Mangala Shloka. knowing the division is called as mithyatva nischaya. This word mithyatva nischaya is a Vedantic word. Ramana Maharshi doesn't use. What does it mean? Jiva Jagat Ishvara, that triad, is actually not there, isn't it? Whatever is not there is called mithya, nischaya. One should be very firm in Jagat Astitvam, Jiva Astitvam. Tough to say. Ishvara Astitvam also. All three are part of the division. Jagat, you and I can negate it. Jiva also we can negate. Negating Ishvara is a tough thing, because Ishvara is one of the triad who happens to be the creator of a division. Ishvara is one of the triad who happens to be the creator of a division. So that is also mithyatva nischaya. And you can arrive at the divisionless truth by approaching any one of these three vastus. You can arrive at the divisionless truth by approaching any one of these three. What does these three mean? Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara. For example, by analyzing a bubble, I can come to the conclusion, or I can arrive at the essence. Essence, what? Water. By inquiring into foam, ripples, wave, I can arrive at water. By analyzing ocean also, I can arrive at water. Any method is fine, but the conclusion is water eva satyam. Similarly, here also, you take any of these three triad, arrive at the final truth. To know the gold, I will take a bangle. There is no bangle here anyways. To know the truth, I will take a bangle and come to the conclusion that gold itself is pervading the bangle. You need not search everything. You cannot go and ask your mother or father or spouse. See, today in Vedanta class, bangle discussion came. I don't have necklace to come to arrive at bangle. So I have to arrive at gold. Can you please buy me necklace? If you have necklace and bangle, then nose ring, something like that. You need not. Whatever you have, you can arrive at the substance gold. Jiva Vichara, you inquire, you come to the divisionless Brahman. Jagat Vichara, you inquire, divisionless Brahman. Ishvara Vichara also will bring you to the substratum Brahman. But Ramana Maharshi takes Jiva Vichara in all his works. Not only here, even in Upadesha Sara, even in other Tamil textbooks which is not translated into Sanskrit, you see he prefers Jiva Vichara. Self-realization and God realization are always one. There is no separate thing that I have to realize who am I first and then go to the next step as God realization. That is a wrong notion. Any one of the methods you take, it is equally effective. And Ramana Maharshi prefers Jiva Vichara. Because Jagat, Jiva as first person, Jagat as second, Ishvara as third, is dependent on this first person. Agreed? Jiva is the first person. And this 2 and 3 is dependent on whom? On the Jiva itself. Jagat and Ishvara is dependent on Jiva. Yes, Jagat, yes, I can agree because of my interaction. Ishvara also, when I fail in my life, I need Ishvara. So it is dependent on me. Ishvara's existence is dependent on me. இதுக்கு பரிகாரம் பண்ணணும். ஆனா இப்போ கேட்டா என்ன சொல்றது? ஈஸ்வரனுக்கு பரிகாரம் பண்ணியிருந்திருக்கோம், நமக்கு கிடையாது. By invoking the Lord, we are actually giving him the strength. எப்படி? சத்தர்ஷனம் மீன்ஸ் அப்படிதான் பேசணும். And why Ramana Maharshi prefers Jiva Vichara? If you ask, two reasons we can think. One, because of proximity. This Jiva Vichara is nothing but Ahankara Vichara, isn't it? So because of the proximity, what is proximity? Body is there, mind is there, intellect is there, entire body mind sense complex is there. Along with that, ignorance is also there. Close proximity is ignorance. So Jiva Vichara. And second thing is, this Jiva or Ahankara, one and the same. This Ahankara Vichara is toughest nut to crack. Jagat and Ishvara fine, but among the three, this is very tough to crack. Because we have developed attachment to the Ahankara. So he tackles there. The Jagat attachment or Ishvara attachment is also dependent on Ahankara. A naturally strong attachment is built. So he wants to tackle that. And the process of Ahankara Vichara, Ramana Maharshi, the goal of Ahankara Vichara, Ramana Maharshi speaks in this text. And importance also he speaks. What is the importance? As I told now, that is the proximity and removing the ignorance. That is the goal, in fact. Importance are the goal. But Ramana Maharshi is silent on how to do this Ahankara Vichara, the process as such. He is very silent. In any of his works, you see, whenever it comes to process, he is silent. And here only many people get misguided. Because when you don't know how to process or do the Vichara on Ahankara, people might think in the way they want. That is why it has become Ramana cult. In this way only it has become Ramana cult. A group of people, they say Ahankara Vichara has to be done only going to a corner, sitting down, closing the eyes, and then ask, who am I? Because it is Ahankara, I is there in who am I? Keep on asking until it answers. In which Janma Yuga it will answer? Because process is not told. Because you can interpret silence in any of the ways. Silent means the person doesn't know the answer first. That is one answer. Silence means whatever you agree, I am approving that. That can also be the way of understanding. Or silence means disapproval also. Isn't it? It can mean anything. Or silence means I know the answer, but you don't know. If I answer, you don't know how to understand. That is why I'm silent. In any way, it can be silent. So silence is not the way. Ramana Maharshi never prescribed silence. If it was silence, he would not have written these books. Many works he has written. That is why in Upadesha Sara class, I said, he is considered as a traditional acharya. He would have a guru in the previous janma, but he is continuing the same tradition. Viveka Chudamani, he has thoroughly gone through. There is he has selected verses on Bhagavad Gita also. There is a Ramana Maharshi selected verse, around 40 or 50 shlokas he has selected. So that means what? He should have gone through all that. He is a traditional acharya. So the process he misses. So that is okay. For an acharya to miss a process is fine. But we should, as a traditional Vedantic students, we should use the process properly. How do we use? We use a method called Guru Shastra Upadesha. That is the only process. Guru Shastra Upadesha Dvara Sadharshanam Pata. Guru Shastra Upadesha. Even during Vedic period, when Vedas was not written in the printed form, Veda is a Karana Parampara, all of you know. Guru taught to Shishya, Shishya became a guru, he taught to his Shishya, and it is continued. But when they thought of printing it on the paper, they wrote the mantras, but without swaras. They wrote the mantras without swaras. Why? Because if swara is given, that vertical mark, horizontal mark, then the person would have chanted by himself or herself. If there is a, let's say, Anudatta, Udatta is there, the entire body would be shaking. Means what? Ganana antva ganapati gum. Idella shake agate. We don't know. It has to come from the Guru. That is why Gurukula is very important. How the hale kaladalli itta hage. Then later on, Guru taught Anudatta, Udatta, Swarita based on the Karna Parampara. Now in the Ramakrishna Mission books, other books, with the intonation it comes. In the earlier, I am telling, many hundreds of years ago back, there is no there. So Guru Shastra Upadesha is very important. The traditional method of understanding the scriptures, the process here in this text is missing. So we have to add that. Why I am telling all this? Because this shloka needs such kind of interpretation. Now we will go to the shloka. A few, just one or two background. This division again, Jiva Jagat Ishvaraha, in this shloka, Ramana Maharshi makes into two. He doesn't follow the triad method, he follows the two. Jagat and Ishvaraha he makes as one, and Jiva as one. Why such kind of a division, if you ask? It is his way of understanding or his way of presentation. Because anyway, whether 3 or 2, it is cause of samsara, that we should know. That is give and take. But what happens to Ishvara, if you ask? Depending upon the context, Ishvara becomes an object. Depending upon another context, Ishvara becomes the subject or the substratum itself. When I mean Ishvaraha, not the form Lord, the one substratum. Instead of talking or calling the name of Brahman, we call as Ishvara, depending upon the context. In this shloka, Ramana Maharshi takes Ishvara as substratum. As substratum. Sarvai nidanam jagato mahascha vachya. That is the first line. Vachya is in the second, but we have to bring it to the first. Sarvaihi, all philosophers or all philosophies talk about one thing. What is that one thing? Nidhanam. Nidhanam means the one who lends the existence. Nidhanam is equal to the one who lends the existence. So, Sarvaihi Nidhanam Jagataha. All the philosophies have to talk about. Talk means what? Vachyaha. Next line, second line, first word. Talk about the Karanam, the ultimate Karanam. The ultimate Karanam might be God. You might call as per your Ishta Devata, Rama, Krishna, Devi, Hanumanta, etc. All the philosophies have to bring this concept called the Karanam, the ultimate cause. This cause is the lender of existence. This Ishvaraha is the lender of existence. And who is that Ishvaraha or the Lord or the Brahman? He calls us Prabhuhu. Prabhuhu. Prabhuhu means the Lord who has created this Jagat. Who has created this Jagat. Give whatever name you want. What is his Shakti? Prabhu Kaschid Apara Shakti. He has Shakti, the power, where he can manifest duality. The Lord has the power to manifest duality. Apara Shakti. It's called as Maya Shakti, the limitless power. He can manifest the duality, but the Prabhu in real is one. Ekah. Saha ekah prakashaha Prabhu. Where is ekah? Fourth line, last ekah. Where is prakashaha? Fourth line, second word. Saha ekah Prabhu prakashaha. That non-dual substratum Ishvara is in the form of Chaitanya Swarupaha. He creates many, but he is one. He has that kind of a power. Now you might ask a question. If it is one, we agree Advaita, but he is creating, the Lord Prabhu is one, and he is creating another thing. Already Dvaitam came. This is a natural question. We have to add as though it appears. This manifestation is as though, not in reality, as though. Vilokyancha vilokitacha. Vilokyancha vilokitacha. Vilokita means pramata, the observer. Vilokyancha means the universe, the Jagat, observed. Now take the example of dream. In the dream, the dreamer is the observer, and he himself will divide into many people, many situations, many things as observed. He had the power to manifest plurality. He had the power to manifest apara shakti. Remember dream? If you ask where did the power come, is it one or two? It is one only. As though appearing, I have the power. In fact, see, this is the beauty here. I, the dreamer, I am not calling I, the waker. I, the dreamer, is creating the dream world, and I, the dreamer, is an observer. That is the Jiva. I, Jiva, created many people in the dream, many situations. That is Jagat. But where is the substratum? Dreamer is not the substratum. Waker is the substratum. That waker here is called as Prabhu. Jiva is a karta who creates. That is ahankaraha. I create many things in the dream world. In Jagrata Avastha also unnecessary we create many things and get into trouble. That is there. And I, as a substratum, Brahma, just lying down there. As a waker, I have created the Jiva hood. I have created the Prapancha. Apara Shakti. He gives another example. This example I told, but what he gives? Atra chitre. Atra chitre. Atra means there is an image. Chitra means image. What image is called? Pataha. Pataha means a canvas. In the canvas, there is an image drawn. What is that image? Vilokitaha, vilokyancha. Observer image, observed image. There is a person, me, in the image. Let's say there is a huge canvas, and there is a person who is seeing the mountain. You can think when people go for an excursion and all, they want somebody to take a picture that you will be standing like Vivekananda or Kitturani Channamma, whatever it is. And from the back side, somebody has to take your picture. And you will be standing like this, and there will be sun, mountain, and you'll be looking at the sun. And backside there is one person. So you as a jiva is the karta, observer. And the entire prapancha, the way water, birds, everything is Jagat. But who is Brahman there? Brahman is Pataha, the canvas. Pataha, the canvas, is the substratum for the jiva to rise, for the Jagat to rise, even for Ishvara to rise. In the picture, you would have written one Shivalinga or one Devi, whatever your Ishta Devata. That Pataha will not change. See there, Pataha Prakasho Bhyabhavatsa Ekaha. Abhavatsaha means that Pataha becomes the subject, the reality. Whatever is written on the canvas is Mithyatva Nischaya. Jiva Jagat Ishvara is Mithyatva Nischaya. Pataha is Abhavatsya Ekaha. It is Prakasha Swarupaha. Very careful. Do not extend this example too much. What happens in the example, Pataha example, the observer, the person, and the image, the Jagat, is Jadaha. Pataha is also Jadaha. Isn't it? In the example, then you will, in the notes, you will write Brahman is Jadaha. Because Pata is Jada. Don't do that. The example, if you extend more, it becomes problem. You have to take only that much where it is non-changing. That only we have to take. Because of the cloth alone, the observer and observed is able to see. Sat. Here also he is bringing the fact of Sat. Be the canvas, not shoes. Be the canvas, the substratum. Prabhavatsya ekaha. Yatra yatra pataha, tatra tatra adhishthanam. Wherever there is the canvas, images are there. So on the substratum, this Jiva Jagat Ishvara has pictures, just play around. Jiva Jagat Ishvara as pictures will play around. More photos means what? Triad format. More selfies, more photos, triad format. This is what he says. We'll stop here. Om Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.